What if I told you that beneath the waters of a Norwegian lake lies Hitler's abandoned dream of an atomic bomb? Or that the Nazis built an entire stealth submarine decades before modern technology? Today we're uncovering the most shocking secret projects of Nazi Germany that remained hidden for over 70 years. I'm diving deep into one of history's most fascinating yet terrifying chapters, the hidden world of Nazi secret projects during World War II. From underground weapons factories to vanished treasure trains, these discoveries reveal just how close the world came to a very different outcome. In the next 15 minutes, we'll explore 5 incredible discoveries that changed our understanding of the war: a sunken ferry carrying nuclear materials, Hitler's invisible submarine, a massive underground complex that took decades to find, the world's first stealth aircraft, and a treasure so valuable it's still being searched for today. These aren't conspiracy theories. These are documented historical discoveries backed by archaeological evidence and declassified documents. Let's begin this journey into the shadows of history. Our first discovery takes us to the depths of Lake Tinn in Norway, where one of the most crucial sabotage operations of World War II lies hidden beneath 1,500 feet of water. This story begins with Hitler's race to build the world's first atomic bomb. By 1942, Nazi scientists had identified heavy water as a crucial component for their nuclear reactor program. Heavy water, chemically similar to regular water but twice as heavy, was essential for cooling their experimental reactors. The world's largest heavy water production facility was located at the Vemork power plant in Norway. After Germany invaded Norway in 1940, they immediately seized control of this facility, producing up to 1,000 kilograms of heavy water annually. Churchill recognized the threat and ordered the plant destroyed, but the Nazis had a backup plan. They would transport their entire stockpile to Germany by train and ferry. On February 20th, 1944, Norwegian resistance fighters executed one of the war's most daring operations. They planted a time bomb on the Hydro ferry carrying 40 barrels of heavy water. The explosion sent the ferry to the bottom of the lake's deepest point, exactly as planned. But here's what makes this discovery even more remarkable. Modern sonar technology has revealed the ferry's exact location and confirmed that enough heavy water sank to cripple Germany's nuclear program. That daring act of sabotage was just one example of Nazi Germany's astonishing engineering and technological ambitions. Now let's look at another mind-bending innovation, where technology truly defied the limits of its era. Imagine a submarine that could become completely invisible to enemy detection. This wasn't science fiction, it was Nazi reality. By 1944, Allied sonar technology had made submarine warfare extremely dangerous for German U-boats. The Nazis needed a technological breakthrough to regain their advantage in the Battle of the Atlantic. Enter U-480, the world's first stealth submarine. German engineers covered the entire hull with specially designed rubber panels containing thousands of tiny holes. Instead of reflecting sonar signals back to Allied ships, these panels absorbed them, making the submarine virtually undetectable. The technology worked brilliantly. Captain Hans Joachim Forster successfully penetrated the heavily defended English Channel and sank 4 Allied ships in just 5 days, an unprecedented achievement for that stage of the war. So why is U-480 at the bottom of the English Channel? The Allies couldn't detect it with sonar, but they had another weapon: intelligence. They knew the submarine's patrol routes and laid a secret deep-water minefield directly in its path. The stealth technology was decades ahead of its time. But even invisibility couldn't save U-480 from a perfectly laid trap. But Nazi technological wonders weren't limited to the seas. On land, they built massive projects whose true scale remained hidden for decades. Some so mysterious that even today, we don't fully know their secrets. Deep in the mountains of Poland lies one of Nazi Germany's most mysterious projects, a massive underground complex that was never completed. As Allied bombing intensified, the Nazis desperately needed secure locations for their most important operations. Project Riese, meaning the Giant, was designed as an enormous underground network spanning kilometers beneath the Owl Mountains. Thousands of prisoners from concentration camps were forced to excavate tunnels and chambers under brutal conditions. The complex included ventilation systems, heavy armored doors, and railway lines, suggesting it was designed for large-scale operations. Some historians believe it was intended as Hitler's Eastern Front headquarters, while others argue it was meant for advanced weapons development. The scale was staggering. Tunnels stretched for kilometers, connecting underground chambers that could house entire facilities. The project was abandoned when Berlin fell, leaving behind a haunting maze of unfinished tunnels. Today, visitors can explore parts of this underground labyrinth, but much of it remains sealed due to structural instability. What makes Project Riese even more intriguing is that we may never know its true purpose. The Nazis took that secret to their graves. While so many secrets were buried underground, the Nazis were also reaching for dominance in the skies, building aircraft that looked as if they belonged to the future. 70 years before the American B-2 stealth bomber, Nazi engineers had already built a flying wing aircraft that could evade radar detection. The Horten Ho 229 was revolutionary, a jet-powered flying wing designed to minimize radar cross-section while achieving incredible speed and range. The Horten brothers created an aircraft that looked like it belonged in the 21st century, not 1944. Built primarily from wood and lightweight composites, the Ho 229 could reach speeds of 960 kilometers per hour with a range of 1,900 kilometers. Its unique shape reduced drag and made it nearly invisible to radar, the same principles used in modern stealth aircraft. The first successful test flight occurred on March 1, 1944, but tragedy struck during the second test when an engine failure caused a crash. Despite this setback, development continued as the Nazis desperately sought a miracle weapon. The Ho 229 never saw combat. Germany surrendered before it could be deployed. However, the captured prototype was taken to the United States, where it influenced the development of modern stealth technology. Today, the only surviving example of the Ho 229 is preserved at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in the United States, a powerful reminder of just how advanced and ambitious Nazi Germany's aviation technology was. But the hidden wonders of Nazi Germany weren't just scientific or military. Among the ruins of war, a legend emerged, one of gold, treasure, and a missing train that remains an unsolved mystery to this day. Our final discovery isn't actually a discovery at all. It's one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of World War II. As Soviet forces closed in on Nazi-occupied Poland, German authorities allegedly loaded a massive train with gold, artwork, and precious artifacts. The train departed from Breslau bound for Germany but vanished somewhere near the Polish city of Wałbrzych. For decades, the story remained a legend until 2015, when two treasure hunters claimed to have found evidence of the train using ground-penetrating radar. The Polish government authorized excavations, and hundreds of treasure hunters flocked to the area. The search focused on Kilometer 65 in Lower Silesia, where underground railway tunnels were believed to connect various Nazi facilities. The excitement was palpable. Could this finally solve one of history's greatest treasure mysteries? Despite extensive searching, no verifiable remains of the train or its cargo have ever been found. Critics argue that the legend has overshadowed the lack of tangible evidence. Yet the mystery persists, and the search continues. Because sometimes the most compelling discoveries are the ones that remain hidden. These 5 discoveries reveal the incredible scope of Nazi Germany's secret projects and the lengths they went to in pursuit of victory. From nuclear weapons to stealth technology, many of these innovations were decades ahead of their time. What's most striking is how close some of these projects came to success. The heavy water in Lake Tin could have powered Hitler's nuclear reactor. The stealth submarine technology was genuinely revolutionary. The underground complexes showed remarkable engineering ambition. These discoveries remind us that history is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Each wreck, each tunnel, each document tells a story about one of humanity's darkest chapters and the incredible courage of those who fought against it. The next time you hear about a historical discovery, remember that beneath our feet and under our oceans, countless secrets from the past are still waiting to be found. What fascinates you most about these Nazi secret projects? Have you heard of any other mysterious World War II discoveries? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love discussing history with you. If you enjoyed diving deep into these historical mysteries, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. Next week, we're exploring the secret Allied operations that helped win the war. Stories that are just as incredible as the Nazi projects we covered today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.